Barry, to anybody, a member of the public in a gallery for a planning committee meeting, and they see issues in which, for various reasons, a majority of councillors had to step outside the chamber for, it must seem quite mad. Are you able to explain it?
Well, I think the simple answer to that is called Standards Board for England. The Standards Board for England rule that if you have been involved in any part of a process, that you can't actually take part in debate. And there is times when that can effectively take out, as happened last night, a big chunk of the committee, leaving it to a bare quorum to be able to deliver on a major planning application. I actually think for democracy that is quite a bad thing, because people don't have the opportunity to say what they want. However, that is the code, and failure to uphold the code has some very severe consequences.
And a planning committee meeting like last night lasted something like 3.5 hours. Is that just, and it does seem to people almost a labyrinthine process?
Well, I think last night's planning committee was an unusual planning committee in as much as there was some rather major issues upon it. The issue of the lorry park, which was the item in question, but there was other major developments within the area, and departures from green belt policy, which took a little bit of a debate. But I do think the meeting was slightly too long. But democracy has to be done, and I can congratulate the public that actually sat right to the end for the last item.
But would you say that planning, alongside it, many other committees, or environment and public protection, is all part of the necessary scrutiny for democracy to flourish?
Well, I believe it is, and I'm somebody who actually quite enjoys planning. It's a very strange thing to say, but effectively it is the way that the democracy can be shown, because sometimes officers come up with refusal for some reason which members don't agree with, it don't make sense, or the other way round, they go for acceptance when really refusal's appropriate. So that's why it is, and it actually is taking the democracy into the public arena.
But how would you respond to people who say it's the officers who are the professionals with necessary qualifications, and the councillors, with all due respect, aren't qualified? How would you respond to that?
Well, come the way that the system is set up, that members have the power to make planning decisions. Any decisions that come in front of the committee are made by members of the committee, not officers. They make a recommendation which we will either accept or we will refuse. That's all part of democracy. That's one of the reasons why people are elected in the first place.